So I've been meaning to do this for a very long time. Welcome back to Dragon Age lore, and today we're going to be talking about the Second Blight. With the corruption of the Dragon of Chaos, Zykel, the Second Blight began at Anderfell in 1.5 Divine. The Darkspawn under Zykel advanced from their position in the mountains south of Anderfell, and this time prepared for the Grey Wardens. Nordbotten was the first to be sacked by the Darkspawn. Ironically, the first place the Grey Wardens took battle during the First Blight. Now, Haussburg then fell as they failed to mount any sort of defense in time, and everyone was butchered. The Imperium responded first by abandoning its own land to protect itself, like they did in the First Blight, and Anderfell's was included in this abandonment, if I wasn't clear on that. With no significant military force, the continent soon collapsed and was overrun. All was not lost, however, as the Orlesian Emperor Draken began to enlist mages to fight the Darkspawn, which led to the Navarran Accord with the Inquisition in 120 Divine. This founded the Circle of Magi, the Templar Order, and the Seekers of Truth. The mages proved essential in battle, and with Draken's brilliant military command significantly weakening the Darkspawn horde, the independent city-states of the Free Marches were saved. In 116, Draken's army joined the Navarran Grey Wardens to fight the Battle of Cumberland, and Draken's forces were then victorious, which spared the Free Marches from most of the Darkspawn's wrath. Now, human-elf relations at this time were already strained, and further deteriorated when the elves of the Dale, although neutral, watched as the Orlesian city of Montismard was ravaged in 125 by the Darkspawn. Their army just sat and watched them all get killed. In reality, the elves saw Orlais as no better than the Imperium, and were content to watch them fall. Meridian was the last Inquisitor of the First Inquisition, and a close friend to Draken, and he tried to convince them otherwise. Meridian was an elf himself, and claimed that he would have rallied the elves had Draken not sent him to stop an Avar cult called the Jaws of Hakan from attacking Orlais itself. The cultists had raised a dragon said to be as strong as Dumas from the First Blight, and Meridian would then trap himself and the dragon in a magical time field to spare Orlais. Now in 131, Miniberthus, the capital of Tevinter, I'm probably butchering that, was besieged, and although the Darkspawn were repelled, Tevinter would be drained of vital resources and significantly weakening them further. Now, in 133, now, to correct me if I'm saying these dates wrong, I'm going to put them up as, like, little stamps, but just correct me if I'm saying them wrong. I want to get them right, alright? So just do that for me, if you're watching this. Weishaupt Fortress was besieged. The Grey Wardens lacked proper supplies to last, but held the Darkspawn back initially. With Tevinter weakened, Draken sought to march his army north and essentially conquer it, but as soon as he saw that the fortress of Weishaupt was besieged, he turned his armies and then relieved the siege. The Wardens were so impressed they converted to the Chantry, uniting the two forces together. Now by the year's end, Draken salvaged what he could of Anderfell and then even annexed it within his own borders, which will slightly be important later. Now, by 145, Draken died of old age, and his son, Cordylus II, took his place, and he was far weaker than his father. Cordylus II was very unprepared when it came to really anything, and this led to numerous villages and towns being virtually wiped out. And not long later, in 165, Anderfell then declared its independence. And that is where the slightly little important tidbit of them annexing it didn't last long. Now in 140, the Alamari warrior Haftar united the Ferelden Valley tribes and defeated the Darkspawn. He was then named Terran, or I guess leader of the Alamari as response. That's really what was just going on in Ferelden. Now, with several battles occurring in the western approach, the Wardens built many garrisons in the area, and most notably the Adamant Fortress, which we see in Dragon Age Inquisition. And this fortress was dedicated to halting the Darkspawn advance from the Abyssal Rift in the south. Now in 195 Divine, the last battle of the Second Blight occurred at Starkhaven, with a human army led by the Wardens found themselves outmaneuvered and surrounded by the Darkspawn. However, the Warden named Corin killed Zykel, killing himself and the beast, and his lover, Naraya, and a fellow Warden sacrificed herself by using herself as a human shield, which gave Corin enough time to fully kill the beast, and thus the lovers died together. I just thought throw that in there because it's a little tiny little tidbit that really showcases how desperate things were. Now, that is all we have today. I have missed Dragon Age lore, and I'm happy I'm finally getting around to do it. I wrote these scripts probably 2-3 weeks ago, and I'm finally getting around to recording them. I've just had zero time when it came to anything. I had 26 gigabytes of Call of Duty to go through, and then I have another 5 extra gigabytes I have to do, as well as Dragon Age lore and Star Wars Battlefront 2. I have a lot of stuff to edit at the moment, so this kind of got thrown back to the side, but it's good to be back, and I'm happy to be back. And I have another video coming in the works, and once I record the audio to that one, I'm going to be writing a script for a third video, because I'm going to try to get these videos stacked up so when I want to release them, I can kind of release them as a series, and I can kind of do Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4 kind of thing. So I'm going to probably stop once I get to 8, and then I'll do 8 weeks straight, and then I'll revamp the series once I get enough time again to start going again. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed, and if you want to see any topics covered in the future, let me know in the comments below, or the Discord chat lets me know. The Discord chat's a bit easier for me to work with, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace.